It was a tough one tonight for the Boise State Broncos. They kicked off the season taking on the team that might be the best they see all season. Number 10 ranked Washington. Let's jump right into the highlights. Head coach Andy Avalos makes his return to Husky Stadium. He was a rival there when he was the defensive coordinator at Oregon. Bush Hamden, BSU's offensive coordinator, also was the OC for the Huskies. Now, this Bronco offense unleashed in the second drive of the game. Look at the grab right there from Eric McAllister. The coaching staff has been real high on him this season. He can really go up and get it. Things would continue to roll through the Texas connection. Boise State quarterback Talon Green hands it off to Ashton Jeanty. Number 2 gets to the outside, breaks in for the first touchdown of the game, the first Bronco touchdown of the season as BSU takes a 6-0 lead. Now, not going to lie, there's not too many Bronco highlights from here on out. UW would come alive. Michael Penix Jr. showing off why he's got all the Heisman hype to his name. Third down, trouble with the snap, no problem. He's able to get it to Jalen McMillan all alone in the end zone. UW would keep it rolling. Penix had 4 passing touchdowns in the second quarter alone. He would finish the game with 450 passing yards and 5 touchdowns to go with it. Now, Boise State still showed plenty of fight throughout it. They would put together a nice 1-minute drill drive to get a Jonah Domus field goal up at the end of the half. Then they would start the third quarter with probably the best Boise State play of the game. Ashton Jeanty takes a screen pass, 50 yards to the house, got the game within 9 points. But it felt like every time Boise State tried to get this one back on track, UW always had an answer. They'd go on to win it, 56-19. The problems, too many explosive plays given up and a lot of inconsistency overall on the defense. Not enough of a spark coming on offense. But guess what? Now it's on to the next one. The Broncos ready to put the work in and bounce back for their home opener against UCF next weekend.
We can't hold our heads down after this. You know, it was a tough loss, but, you know, we're only going to learn from this and get better. And, you know, stuff like this is going to happen, you know, adversity. We talk about it all the time, so we just have to respond.
One thing this team is very capable of doing is learning and not making a lot of the same mistakes twice. So there's, you know, hard to say there's anything good from a loss like this, but there's going to be definitely plenty to learn from. And one thing we will do is put our head down and work. Whether there's 50-plus points on the scoreboard or not, the guys in this locker room won't quit. And that's during the game, in between games. Like, we'll figure stuff out and we'll come back stronger.
Now, a big stage tonight for BSU quarterback Talon Green. A lot of hype for the steps he's taken this offseason. We're going to go back to Seattle now as Jay Tush joins us to recap the beginning of Talon's first full season as Boise State's starting quarterback.
The greatest setting in college football was a forgettable setting for the Boise State football team today. They gave up 490 yards passing to the Huskies, the most the Broncos have allowed in a single game since 2007. On offense, Boise State's passing attack simply had trouble keeping up. Talon Green was okay, but TG10 was far from a perfect 10. He completed 19 of 39 passes for 244 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. One he forced over the middle, the other he threw off of his back foot on a screenplay. He also had a stretch in the middle of the second quarter where he had 10 straight incompletions, but as Coach Avalos told me after the game, those weren't necessarily all on him.
For him being, you know, a young quarterback that is still learning, developing, and growing with every opportunity he gets, I mean, I'll stand by TG every day of the week. I wouldn't necessarily say all of those were on TG, but again, that's us as a team and being more consistent and taking advantage of some of those things we had, the opportunities that would have kept those sticks moving and kept the spark going with the offense.
So now Talon Green and the rest of the Boise State football team will head back to Boise and try to get right before next Saturday's home opener against UCF. The Golden Knights 1-0 on the season. They scored 56 points in their season opener, the same amount of points the Broncos allowed this evening here against the University of Washington. We look forward to seeing you all on the blue. For now, though, signing off from Seattle, Washington, I'm Jay Tuss for Idaho's News Channel 7.